Our playoff march continues tonight as the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Montreal Canadiens 3-0, giving the Toronto Maple Leafs their first regulation shutout in over 2 years. And not only that, but this is the first Leafs shutout against the Habs since all the way back in 2003. And the scoring gets off with Colton Orr getting his first goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf, as well as Jeff Finger getting a goal against Carey Price and the Habs. And in the second period, Matt Stajan gets a goal on a breakaway that was fed to him by Phil Kessel. And I do mean the puck, by the way. And so the Toronto Maple Leafs did play a great game, although Jonas Gustafsson was pulled after the first period, not because he wasn't playing bad, but because of the fact that his irregular heartbeat has occurred again. And it's not as bad as it was last time, but he was taken to hospital as a precaution because they don't want it to be a long-term injury. And I don't think Leaf fans want it to be a long-term injury either, because he is one of our best goalies. So I don't know if this means Reamer is going to be called up as Joey McDonald's backup to the Leafs. I don't know. Now, the other thing I want to mention was this is the first time the Toronto Maple Leafs have beaten the Habs on a weekday in a while, as well as Phil Kessel getting 2 points tonight. And unfortunately, he did not get a goal against Carey Price and the Montreal Canadiens. Those 2 points were from 2 assists. And the other thing I did want to say was, in case you guys are wondering why I'm filming with my digital camera, it's because my webcam, I can't use it because my computer is on safe mode because of something called malware and spyware that I got because I uninstalled some error scanning system I downloaded from www.finallyfast.com. If it happened to me, I wouldn't recommend that any Leaf fan would go there. Otherwise, that will happen. So, and I also should mention the other thing that made this night great was the fact that the Habs fans were mostly booing, and the only people who were cheering were the Toronto Maple Leaf fans who have come up from Toronto and other parts of Canada to see the Leafs beat the Habs. And let's just say, you know, that if there's no ole, ole, ole songs being sung, then the Habs aren't really doing that well. So it's nice to see the Leafs get a win, our playoff march continuing, and we are 7 points out of 8th spot. And I predict that the Toronto Maple Leafs will have 8th spot by Christmas Day. And that we'll probably need at least 8 wins to get there. I mean, there are other teams in front of us, so chances are that they're going to get some wins as well. So, until after Thursday's game, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, Habs suck, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye.